What's up, everybody? Jordan Stewart here from Vover. Thanks so much for tapping into the Vover original show. Just a reminder that if you want to drop your opinions about the episode or respond to the host and guests with your voice, go and download the Vover app wherever you get your apps. Vover, voice over everything. Enjoyed the show.
Welcome to Vover FC, the sound of world football here on Vover. It's a Monday where you are honestly well within your rights to be feeling a bit of whiplash after this weekend, a roller coaster of emotions and a torrent of feelings for so many around the world. There's a social media related conversation to be had at the end of this episode, but it all stems from a dramatic finals match at Wembley, Italy capturing the European Championship in a match that went to penalties against England. And I'm Lawrence Scott here with this look at the European Championship, but we do need to note that the night before, Argentina seized the Copa America title on a Saturday in Brazil. Leo Messi getting that first major tournament trophy with Argentina. Pele with Brazil, Maradona with Argentina. You know, they won World Cups, but not Copa America, as Messi's legacy now includes a title with Argentina. And we're really here to talk about the legend in the making for Italy. And a lot of that's Donnarumma in goal and what he did. But on top of that, a pair of center backs now will forever be Italian folk heroes. Chiellini and Bonucci have been truly telepathic in their coordinated efforts. I mean, a defensive dance that you saw on display throughout the tournament. But some individual displays on Sunday were totally key to Italy beating England at Wembley, as England got the dream start. I mean, the rain was falling. Italy was backpedaling early. England attacking with this frenzy. Kieran Trippier just pinpoint in connecting with Luke Shaw, who slammed home this goal in the second minute for England. And the celebration inside Wembley was just part of it. It was really the spirit and execution to start that the team had put together. And you're feeling like not only was it on, but this really could end up being a long match for Italy. And then in many ways it was. England pulling back in a defensive mode that, was conservative and may have made some sense if they were able to get the counters to work. But give some credit here to the officiating. Bjorn Kuipers, the referee, let the teams play, didn't take much bait. And Chiesa looked like he might be the one for Italy that would help with this equalizer, willing it himself as he had done so many times on the way to the finals in various occasions. I mean, he would eventually leave with an injury. That did not help Italy's efforts. Immobile also would be substituted after he was not that convincing in any part of the attack, as, Mancini was pulling the levers, offering different approaches and waves that really did matter in the end. And England had strong defense. I mean, Pickford was alert in goal. Italy kept working to will the ball into the goal. And eventually in the second half, Bonucci in the 67th minute pouncing on a deflection. Italy had their equalizer and some life. And at that point, you're thinking, okay, this is truly the focal point to the action and the flow of this match, what Italy was dictating in possession and passing. And then when England had chances, Chiellini, able there to shut down some of those chances in ways that were unreal. I mean, slides, blocks, covering ground that didn't really seem possible. Italy was grinding. Then when it came to extra time, both sides kept to the script. It remained a stalemate. On Friday's show, we talked about the potential for a match to be decided by penalties. That was not out of the realm of possibilities, of course, and asked Pickford or Donnarumma. You're a neutral. Where do you think this is best settled? And, Pickford was strong, but Donnarumma, legendary in this. Timing, athleticism, focus, just one better in saves. It was the difference. 3 penalties made for Italy, 2 for England. Italy celebrating a triumph. 34 matches without a loss. That's a legit headline. England poised for great things ahead. Gareth Southgate has a foundation that is set that one night of a lottery and penalties just cannot deny. Here are his thoughts afterward.
Yeah, but what they have to know is that, none of them are on their own. We win and lose as a team. And the penalty takers are my call. We've worked on them in training. That's my decision. That's not down to the players. And tonight it hasn't gone for us. But we know they were the best takers that we had left on the pitch. We tried to get those players onto the pitch. We'd already had to take a couple off during the game itself. So, yeah, of course, it's going to be heartbreaking for the boys, but they're not to blame for that. That's my call as the coach.
Yeah, I mean, shouldering the blame, a class move, and critics will endlessly point to that. Two of the penalty takers were end-of-match substitutions, almost so late, in fact, that there was a potential that they might not have gotten on, perhaps. But in the end, Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho did get into the match, did not get much match action. How that related, I don't know. Marcus Rashford shooting just outside of the goal, Jadon Sancho getting stopped by Donnarumma, Italy missing then their chance as Pickford with a great dive to deny as... Then it came down to that fifth attempt for England, Bukayo Saka not getting it past Donnarumma, and then the discussion about social media. I mean, this has prompted just the absolute worst responses, and it's truly the saddest part about where we are right now with social media in the world of sports. The vast majority of England supporters gutted. The vast majority of Italy supporters exhilarated and deserve to be proud of their team. The world, the beneficiary of this dramatic final and really a thrilling tournament where we got this chance to be entertained and unite and enjoy all of this together as this pandemic has altered the face of human interaction, and this was some relief. Obviously, this is where sports can be great. And then a group, small and small-minded, make it a racial issue on social media, targeting the three players who missed the penalties for England. It's so defeating. It's disgusting, and saying that is so obvious. It's exhausting and pathetic. Rashford, one of the true class acts in all of world sport. I mean, when the pandemic began, this is a man that was fighting to make sure that kids had meals that they would be missing due to school closures because of the pandemic. This was not PR. This was not something he was put up to by the brass at Manchester United to say, hey, look, you're doing something in the community. This is a man who knows what the meals mean to families who are cash strapped. Donations, petitions, his heart, his intentions, all of this very clear, his purpose, heroic. These are real life efforts. So to those who know what Marcus Rashford stands for, I mean, nothing disparaging online can change that reality. I don't really know that there's much more to say right now. We will be back Wednesday. Thank you for taking your time here to join us for this Monday edition of Vover FC.